The story kicks off with a guy, Osamu, and his girlfriend planning the ultimate forever together moment. They decide to jump into a raging river, tied together. A crazy truck barrels through the forest, smashing their plans to smithereens. Fast forward, Osamu wakes up in a place that's not quite heaven. A mysterious guide named Annette appears and explains that he's been chosen to start a new life in this strange world. Before he can even process that, a huge dragon flies overhead, and Annette drops the big reveal. This world is dark, dangerous, and he's supposed to be its hero. Osamu? He's just some regular guy who tried to off himself with his girlfriend. As Annette gears up to motivate him, Osamu casually pops some poison pills. Annette scrambles to purify him, but he complains she's just bothering him. She demands he embrace his hero destiny, but Osamu keeps munching pills like a man on a mission to exit life. Annette counters, he's the chosen one, and getting hit by that weird truck wasn't random. Apparently, trucks from another world select the most miserable people from our world, giving them a chance to start over. Osamu glares at her. He never asked for this. He finishes his pills and vents. The truck ruined what was supposed to be his happiest moment ever. Annette argues she saved him from a life so miserable he was ready to give up. Osamu isn't impressed. Then Annette checks his stats and is horrified. Weakest chosen poisoned. No special skills. Nothing. Nada. Osamu, sick as a dog. She admits he might have ended up here by mistake, but Osamu surprises her by showing a little backbone. He points out that being called a failure is basically his life story, in any world. Annette apologizes and urges him to stay for a bit. The world outside is crawling with monsters, and stepping out would probably end him instantly. Osamu shrugs. He's not here to survive, he's looking for his final resting place. Annette, who's used to guiding self-important heroes, is shocked. This guy is different. Osamu steps out, ignoring her advice to pick a profession. He declares he doesn't need one. He's born a Dan writer, and leaves. Annette dramatically realizes the thing she's been waiting for has finally entered her life. Osamu can't read the local writing, but a voice in his head announces he's discovered a new area, Lake City, but another voice screams he's leveled up to 2. A tree crashes nearby. The girl screams, "Trap!" Osamu stares at her ears and thinks, weird shapes. Eventually, he half-heartedly decides he might help, but only if he can write a novel about her first. Realizing she actually wants him to save her, he tries, but ends up saying he can't reach her. The monster grabs him, and she explains the tree is draining their life force. They have minutes left. Osamu grins. Finally, some excitement in his death wish. He says goodbye to the world. The girl freaks out, but then, miraculously, the tree explodes and he's alive. His poison attack dealt 300 damage, and the girl is shocked. Osamu, the man trying to die, keeps surviving. He explains he's tried 5 times before, and somehow always ends up alive. The girl thanks him, offers her home as a rest stop, and he introduces himself. When he touches her hand, memories of his old girlfriend, Sachin, hit him. He wonders if she's in this world too. The girl is furious. Her name isn't Sachin, but he's already lost in thought. She gets frustrated, but Osamu's found a new purpose, tracking down Sachin wherever she is. Meanwhile, Annette prays for him and hopes to meet him again. When Osamu returns later, she's thrilled, but then sees his new catgirl companion and is internally shook. Osamu has questions about Sachin, and Annette is horrified. Osamu bounces, leaving the catgirl to reassure him that they'll find Sachin. They plan to swing by Roth before heading to her place, but then Annette appears, horrified, trying to stop them from holding hands. As they travel together, the catgirl starts wondering why Annette is sticking so close to Osamu. Annette gets flustered and can't give a straight answer, so the catgirl instantly connects the dots. She must be in love with him. Annette panics and denies it. That's when the catgirl points out something strange. If Osamu is an otherworlder, then shouldn't he be insanely strong? Annette snaps back, saying he's actually the weakest one she's ever seen. Right on cue, Osamu interrupts, proudly announcing he's found the perfect bed. Turns out, it's a coffin. He casually climbs inside, tells them to wake him when they reach town, says goodnight to Annette. and Tama, which annoys the cat girl because that's not her name, and instantly passes out. Annette, blushing, notices he actually said her name correctly. She takes responsibility for dragging the coffin along, while Tama questions whether coffin pulling is really part of a holy job description. As they keep walking, Tama gets tired of hauling dead weight and tells Osamu to get out and walk. No response. For a moment, she panics, thinking he might actually be dead. Annette checks his status. He's fine, just sleeping like a rock. Since they're almost at the castle town, Annette convinces Tama to keep going a bit longer. Inside the coffin, Osamu is peacefully dreaming about Sachin. Wherever she is, he swears he'll find her, so they can die together properly this time. Romantic, in a very messed up way. They finally reach the castle town of Roth and open the coffin. Osamu steps out, looks around, and confirms it. Yeah, this is definitely not his old world. Annette suggests meeting the king, and they casually leave the coffin sitting in the middle of the road like that's normal. At the castle, King Thomas and his daughter, Charlotte, welcome them warmly. Seeing how exhausted they are, the king offers them rooms for the night. Before that, he asks Osamu to share something pleasant from his journey. Osamu struggles to think, then proudly talks about how comfortable the coffin was. Out of context, it sounds like a threat, so Annette quickly changes the topic by complimenting Charlotte. The king explains Charlotte is about to be married and asks for advice. Soon, two candidates arrive: Gomez, a strong and reliable warrior, and Otto, a traveling bard who calls himself the Minstrel of Love. With monsters rampaging due to the Demon Lord, Thomas wants a strong successor and decides one of these two will marry Charlotte and rule next. Charlotte clearly isn't happy about this, but her father drops a wild bombshell. He wants these total strangers to decide who she marries. Osamu immediately shuts that down. He says it's ridiculous to let people who met them 10 minutes ago decide her future, and if the king can't think things through, maybe he shouldn't be king at all. The room goes silent. Osamu leaves without another word. Annette and Tama panic and apologize, explaining he's from another world and tends to be brutally honest. Surprisingly, the king laughs it off and admits he doesn't hate being challenged. Charlotte meanwhile looks intrigued. That night, Osamu can't sleep and stares out the window. Annette notices and asks what's wrong. He says he's never been good at sleeping. She gently asks about Sachin, but then notices a tail sticking out from his blanket. She yanks it off and finds Tama sleeping on Osamu's legs. Annette loses it. If anyone's sleeping near Osamu, it should be her. She smacks Tama with a pillow. Tama argues it's normal for cats to cuddle for warmth. While the two argue like children, Osamu quietly leaves the room to escape the chaos. Outside, he notices a glowing lake and finds Charlotte there too. She invites him to sit with her and enjoy the night. Osamu admits the view is so beautiful it almost makes him want to disappear into it forever. Charlotte is shocked and asks if his life is really that painful. Osamu glances at her and jokes that she seems like she has even more problems than him. After a quiet moment, Charlotte opens up. She's torn between the two men. Gomez is strong and dependable, perfect for the kingdom. Otto is her childhood friend who always cheered her up with songs. She doesn't know whether to choose love or duty. Osamu tells her she's kind for worrying so much about her father. Unlike him, who's tried to quit life multiple times, he's never let others decide how he should live. He tells her the answer is simple: figure out what she truly wants. The next day, King Thomas gathers everyone. Charlotte has made her decision she'll choose Gomez. Tama bets on Otto. Charlotte walks forward, and the room explodes in shock. Annette collapses on the spot. Charlotte explains her choice. Otto wasn't singing because he loved her, he just loved singing. Even last night, he was performing like always. As for Gomez? One word: he smells badly. The king begs her to reconsider and choose a proper husband, but Charlotte snaps back. She never wanted an arranged marriage in the first place. Her father never once asked what she wanted. Osamu, however, he respected her feelings, and that's why she chose him. Osamu finally asks Charlotte why she picked him. Before she can answer, Gomez pulls off his helmet and complains his cover got blown. Apparently, everyone just noticed he smells bad. Then he reveals his true form. He's actually a servant of the Dark Lord, planning to take over the kingdom. But Charlotte never figured that out. She just thought he stank. That means Gomez ruined his own scheme for no reason. Classic. Not ready to admit his blunder, Gomez decides the next move is simple: kill everyone. Normally, a badass priestess would be invaluable here, but Annette is knocked out cold. Tama scrambles to keep her from getting squashed as Gomez starts tearing through the guards. Left on her own, Tama steps up. She's level 14, so she can hold her own, while Otto, the wandering bard, tries to boost morale with a song. Turns out, it's just his latest tune, no magic involved, but Osamu is strangely enjoying it anyway. Tama fights Gomez head-on. She ducks a strike, lands a kick, throws a cat punch, but Gomez barely flinches. He smashes her across the room, warning that his next attack will finish her. Osamu, ever the masochist, calmly steps in and asks Gomez to target him and Charlotte instead. He explains that Charlotte's first wish now is to go out with a bang alongside him, and he's more than happy to cooperate. Gomez agrees, but warns he'll torch the entire city afterward. Osamu doesn't care, he's ready to die anyway. Charlotte, however, isn't ready to die. She tells Osamu she wants to survive to protect the kingdom. Grateful, Osamu pushes her out of harm's way and takes the brunt of Gomez's attack himself. Just as it seems dire, Annette finally wakes up. She casts a massive shield of light, blocking Gomez's strike. She's sworn to never let Osamu die while she's around. Gomez, in trying to break the shield, ends up shattering his own horns. Tama delivers the finishing blow, sending him flying through the castle wall and into the lake. Crisis averted. Tama and Annette finally share a relieved moment. Tama thanks Annette for her help, and they realize they're getting along much better now. Otto continues playing like nothing happened. Charlotte, meanwhile, is still processing everything, but her father rushes over, begging forgiveness for ignoring her feelings all these years. For once, Thomas realizes he was in the wrong, and Charlotte forgives him. She wants to have honest talks about the future of the kingdom and their family. Osamu, of course, is annoyed that Annette and Tama ruined his perfect chance at a game over. Meanwhile, Thomas admits he isn't fit to rule, so he hands the throne over to Charlotte. She takes the role seriously, working to protect the kingdom while Otto keeps playing his tunes for no particular reason. Later, Annette and Tama are hauling Osamu's coffin toward the next destination, chatting about how bold it is for Charlotte to become queen at 16. Osamu pops up from the coffin and remarks that what really matters is Charlotte made her own choice, and he finds that beautiful. Tama asks if they can take a break after all the miles they've covered, and Annette agrees. Osamu immediately asks if it's food time. Annette offers bread, but he's all about boiled tofu. If there isn't any, he's going back to sleep. Tama checks the map, still a few days away from Annette's hometown, but Annette has other plans, a stop at the White Temple. Tama asks why, and Annette explains. Normally, Otherworlders arrive through one of 4 temples before fighting the Dark Lord. But Osamu's mission is different. He's searching for Sachin. She wants to check if the temple has any clues. Tama teases that Annette must be smitten with Osamu. Annette denies it, insisting she's just doing her job, but it's clear she's more than a little invested. She claims Osamu reinvigorated her work when she was feeling burnt out, so she's committed to helping him. Tama wonders if Annette would be okay if she discovered Sachin is Osamu's lover. Annette still wants to see for herself. Meanwhile, Annette's familiar arrives, reminding her she officially quit her temple job before this trip. The familiar mishandles the resignation letter, spilling it on Osamu's head. She realizes letting it handle the delivery was a mistake, but Osamu, amused, names the familiar Mello. Mello instantly takes a liking to Osamu, but he's not in the market for a pet and curls back into his coffin. Annette, meanwhile, is panicking over abandoning her job position at the temple. Mello starts acting strangely and suddenly bolts. The group realizes something's wrong, then a dragon swoops down from a nearby peak.